They'll play a crucial role on the ground in Afghanistan, providing life-saving medical cover to the troops. Combat medical technicians from 1 Medical Regiment in Munster have been put to the test with their final validation exercise before they deploy later this year. And a warning, some of the injuries in Laura Hawkins' report look very realistic.
Mission-specific training has been ongoing for these medics since the beginning of January, and after 7 months it's now time to assess whether they're as fully trained and prepared as possible. The validation exercise covers 6 scenarios that could face them out in theatre, including care under fire, IED blasts and giving treatment to casualties in the pitch black. On patrol, 1 combat medical technician will be attached to each infantry unit. This scenario tests their reaction to coming under fire.
Safety comes first, safety clearly for himself. He doesn't want to become a casualty himself, otherwise that'll render him ineffective. As soon as there is that safety, and obviously the infantryers know what they're doing, they'll provide that, and you can hear the communication going on behind me, then clearly the medic is going to be 100% focused on saving that casualty's life.
Not all medics here will deploy on OPHER at 15, but some have medical experience on previous tours that they can pass on to their colleagues.
I was on patrol in Lashkar with the AMP as well. We came into contact from supposed to be Taliban. The AMP started firing back, and in between a little girl was injured. She was hit by an RPG. She had serious abdominal injuries. Her left arm was half off, so we treated what we could, because at the time I only had 2 medic pouches, which is just basic treatment, so we just did what we could for her.
The threat of IEDs is still unfortunately high out in theatre, so this assessment with an amputee in action helps the medics train and be tested in the most realistic circumstances. This cellar is acting as a fob location. There's been indirect fire that's knocked out the whole of the lighting. The medics have to enter the fob in complete darkness using their night vision goggles. They need to prioritise who needs urgent medical treatment, all whilst being constantly assessed.
From the scenario you've just witnessed, I take the team away, I debrief them what they've done, and I develop the scenario slightly further, and then they get a scorecard from that and a written assessment. We put that on a master score sheet, and at the end of the 3 days validation, we'll be able to tell specified groups or Unit 8 posts and individuals what their good points are and where they've succeeded, where they're struggling and where they definitely need to carry out remedial training.
This extra training will take place ASAP, bring the medics up to as high a state of readiness as possible. Laura Hawkins, Forces News, Munster.